We have a brand new 4A filing coming out today with ANTARA Capital. This involves the derivative exposure that they currently have in AMC stock. Their total exposure is over 20 million shares to the short side. These are all put transactions, and there's a list of them. It breaks down the expiration date, the size of them, the trade price. And let me just tell you, they are getting smoked as of this latest rally that AMC has went through, rising about 40% in the last 3 trading days. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're going to get into everything you need to know about this latest document and what this really does highlight, because ANTARA Capital, yeah, these are big positions. They were really the firm that made the initial deal with AMC to create this arbitrage trade. So this is big, right? But it gives us more or less insight to other firms and how they could be doing in those short positions as well as those put positions heading into April 28th, and what this ultimately means after April 27th. Let's get into this video. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. If you guys also want to trade with me live in real time, link down below in the description of this video. We do have CPI coming out here in just a couple of hours that will be massive for our market. So you guys definitely don't want to miss those updates coming out here in just a few. And I want to give credit where credit is due. That's why I'm right here on my phone, because to be honest with you guys, I missed this on the newswire that picked this up, and this looks like it was through Mumu, and someone actually commented and brought this to our attention, and I'll try not to butcher it. It's Al Bowen 1617. This comment was posted on the last video. Go ahead and go like that comment, and if he comments on this one, like that one as well for him, because this was a really good find that I don't see anyone talking about, and it's pretty important. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. So these forms, they have to be filed for really one reason, right? And this filing goes to the SEC, so it's something that usually doesn't get a lot of publication. You kind of have to dig for it. Certain news wires will pick these up sometimes, but not always. Now, this particular filing is from, like I said, ANTARA Capital, and it's on AMC Entertainment. It says AMC Entertainment, so I'm implying it's not Ape, even though it says right here AMC, comma Ape. They're not going to have put positions on this magnitude on Ape, because that just wouldn't make sense. And these options, right, they're the strikes, it doesn't make sense. So these are AMC options. Now, this was filed here today, and the date of the earliest transaction was for March 31st through April 3rd. So these were very new transactions, right? Very, very new transactions. Now, they have to file this specifically because they are a 10% owner of Ape and AMC, right? They own up to 200 million Ape shares once all things are finalized. We haven't got any updates on that, but it's safe to imagine that they own roughly 200 million Ape shares. So they have a lot of exposure there. Now, and you can see right here, it's X'd as a 10% owner. And obviously, Ape, AMC, technically the same thing. So that should make sense to everyone. Now, let's get into the actual trades here. So you can see over here, these are all put options. Let's establish that right off the bat. Put option, the right to sell. So what a put is in traditional finance, as far as options, the history of them and options go back hundreds of years, but in stock market history, they're relatively new. Options came out in the early 80s, and it's been off to the races ever since. It's really helped traders and investors hedge out those positions, because if you buy a put, let's say you bought an Apple put, and I always go back to Apple, but for whatever reason, if you bought an Apple 150 put, that means if you own 100 shares of Apple, you can sell Apple by your expiration date at 150, which means if Apple's trading at 160 right now, you're not going to do that. You're not going to sell Apple for $10 a share cheaper. But if Apple drops, call it in a month, during your option period when you held those put options, if Apple's trading at $100 a month from now, well, you could still sell them at 150. So it mitigates your loss on the downside. And people that sell puts, that's a bullish thing, because, I mean, stocks can go down and you would be agreeing to buy those shares at that strike price, right? So if that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. We will, talk about these things later on as well. And if you guys want to come grow your knowledge base, check out that link down below in the description of this video. We'll help you guys with all of that. Don't worry about it. But these are all puts. They're all with the right to sell. Now, right here, and I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see, right here, you get the strike. So the first one is a $2 strike, and the amount of shares it controls is 1.2 million. It's 12,000 contracts. Now, the expiration date is April 21st. So let's go ahead and check this trade out. And I want to do it for the first one and these two larger ones that are worth 6.5 million total shares and almost 9 million total shares. So we're not going to go through all of these trades because some are a lot bigger than others. We're going to go over the top 3 biggest trades that we have from ANTARA Capital and see what they're doing right now. So this one, like I said, again, a $2 put for April 21st. ANTARA Capital bought these options at 8 cents a piece. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. $2 put for April 21st. They bought them at 8 cents a piece. Where are those options currently trading at? Well, in between 1 and 2 cents. If you wanted to get into a trade right away, the same trade they made, that would cost you $2. They paid $8 a piece. And you could see the total open interest for this option that, again, expires April 21st, that $2 put. 235,000 contracts that are held in open interest. By far the largest single strike open interest that we have seen in a long time with AMC stock, right? So they're massively underwater on that one. If you take a look at the second biggest single trade that they made, it's a $3 put that expires on April 28th. Now, that's worth 6.5 million shares, right? 6.5 million shares. This is not the total dollar amount or anything like that. This is how many shares are being controlled. 65,000 contracts were bought at $39 a piece. So the $3 expiration or $3 strike on the April 28th expiration, these are currently going for $10. They bought these at $39. So they're down about 70% on this trade as well. Again, $65,000 times 39, or 65,000 contracts times $39. What is that math? Like, that's stupid numbers here, right? Let's go ahead and pull it up, and I have something else on the calculator, so we'll go ahead and just pull up another calculator here. 65,000 times 39. You got about 2.5, if I'm looking at that correctly and doing the math correctly, about $2.5 million. Numbers don't look right, but still very sizable amount to be down that much on. Now, the third largest trade, the largest trade out of all of these, worth about 9 million shares. It is a $2 put for April 28th. 89,000 contracts purchased at $17 a piece. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're on April 28th. We're at the $2 put. That again is going for about $3. They purchased these at $17. So on this particular trade, they're down about 90%, which is a tough pill to swallow. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at my calculator, I took the liberty of adding the total amount of shares that these puts could potentially control. And you get a number of 2.4 million. Or 20.4 million. 2.4 million. 20.4 million shares that are controlled based off of these put positions. Now, why do I highlight all of this for you guys? It's not only to highlight the fact that they are getting smoked on these trades, it's to highlight that number one, ANTARA Capital, they're getting smoked, everyone's getting smoked. But number two, the short interest on AMC stock. Let's go ahead and give everyone a bit of a refresher here, just so everyone's on the same page for the sake of this next point. AMC short interest at about 25%. I want to see if they give us an update or not. But today Junior or Texas is taking forever. About 25%. 25.14% with about 130 million shares that are currently sold short. Cost to borrow rates, cost to borrow average at almost 900%, cost to borrow max at over 1,000%. Numbers look pretty rough to be short in AMC. And there's a lot of shorts that are short in AMC. But they're also short on the derivatives. So they're also feeling a lot of pain over there as well. And what happens when AMC stock rallies? Does what no one expects it to do. Because after all, just ANTARA Capital owns a lot of that open interest for the April 21st and the April 28th option expirations. Well, take a wild guess. What happens when everyone is this short on AMC with this much confidence AMC is going to fall and it doesn't happen? And they're getting smoked at the same time. If AMC continues to rally, ANTARA Capital, they're not only losing, right, on their APE shares, because in theory, APE should go down, in which it has went down over the last couple of days when AMC does rally, which has been happening. They're also losing on these options. You can get a very aggressive rally. And that's a big reason why I have been so bullish. Now, I'm not going to regurgitate all of the information we've talked about yesterday and over the past couple of days about why I'm specifically bullish on April 27th. If you guys want another video on that, by all means, let me know. But I'm not going to regurgitate it to you guys like a penguin. We're just not going to do that here in this video. That would be a very long video. We're not going to do that. But it's highlighting something very important. That even though, something I've talked about, the April 28th specific option expiration on AMC stock is so negative, shorts are getting blown up right now in these short positions, number one in AMC, but number two in these option trades with AMC. And that's going to add a lot of upside momentum heading into April 27th and then after April 27th, because I will tell you right now, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a fortune teller, I'm not a wizard here, but it's pretty clear the judge did not lift the status quo order for a reason, that you're probably not going to get a finalized order by the judge on April 27th. This kind of bearish option activity and shorting that we've seen on AMC stock, and the numbers here, the puts open interest at 88%, the calls at less than 12% for April 28th, the day after the court date, April 27th. is showing you that if you get anything, another court date, another vote, the settlement was not enough, the courts outright dismiss this and say, AMC, you cannot dilute shareholders by 80, 85, 90, 95%. My opinion, you get the MOAS. That's my personal opinion, because you're going to get shorts trying to get out these options, take whatever money they have left, buy some calls, most likely to hedge out some of those said options and intricate strategies, and also cover on those short positions. So I wanted to highlight this for you guys because I think it's important to give you guys that kind of information. And when you get such a detailed report like that, and it shows that you're getting completely destroyed, or I should say ANTARA Capital is getting completely destroyed right now, that's bullish. That's very, very bullish, guys. So that is going to do it for this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. If you guys want to come trade with me live in real time as well, link down below in the description of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.